What if I told you in 6 months you could completely change your life? All you had to do is put 100% focus into yourself, because the more you focus on becoming better, the more opportunities will come your way. So if you want to know some of the simple steps I took to help me focus on myself, then make sure you stick around to the end. I want you to imagine being a kid but also being so excited you can't control your body. That was me when I went for my first swimming lesson in high school. I was so excited when I saw the pool. I ran over and jumped in. What was supposed to be the best day of my life turned into a nightmare. When I jumped into the pool, I ended up slipping and drowning. I think I'm the only person in the world who can drown in shallow water. I still remember shouting to the instructor, "Help, help, I'm drowning." And the instructor shouting back, "Stand up, just stand up, what you doing? Just stand up." After that day, I had a massive fear of drowning. But what makes things even worse, I didn't take swimming lessons for so long because I cared too much about what other people would say but also think. It's crazy to think how other people's opinions can stop you from taking action but also following your dreams. But once you realize the only opinion that really matters is your own. When I made this mindset shift, I felt so free. So now I'm learning to swim. I'm facing my fears but also gaining a vital skill. If I continued to care what other people think, I would have never had this experience. So if you want to travel the world, start your business, even go on a self-improvement journey, stop caring what other people will think so you can focus on yourself. The next thing you have to do is stop comparing yourself against others. You've probably had that moment when you was doom scrolling and you come across guys that are miles ahead. But what makes it worse is that they're much younger than you. This can make you think that it's too late, killing your confidence, your motivation, but also your desire to work. But when you start comparing yourself to others, it takes away the focus from what you need to do. So I want you to imagine two racing drivers, one locked in, focusing on his race, the other looking over at his competition. The second driver ends up crashing and losing the race. When you take the focus off on what you need to do, this is what ends up happening. That's why it's so important that you focus on yourself. If you do this, you will not only start to see some results, you will start to enjoy life a lot more. There's no better feeling than going to a new place. That's why the next thing you should consider is changing your environment. When you go to a new place or a new city, you won't know anyone. Therefore, you won't have any distractions, so you can focus fully on yourself. If you're in the same environment you grew up in, you will always have distractions, whether it's family parties or friends asking you to come out. This will take away your focus on what you need to work on. I know from personal experience the benefits you'll get from changing your environment. I traveled around Asia for 6 months. This not only helped me to grow as a man, it allowed me to focus on myself without any distractions. Moving to a new place can be scary, but friends, family will not understand what you need to do to change your life. Therefore, by removing yourself from this environment, putting yourself in a place where you know nobody, will allow you to focus on yourself but also change your life. The next thing we're going to look at is learning to say no. Now this can be hard, but when you need to focus on yourself, you need to invest a lot of time but also effort. Therefore, you will have to learn to say no to a lot of things. This can be really hard, especially if you don't want to let people down. It can also be even harder when the next day comes and everyone's talking about what a good night they had. For me, family is very important. So saying no to family members or even my parents is very hard. But I've realized if you do not say no, you will end up losing vital time that you could use to change your life. So for the next 6 months, I want you to protect your time like it's gold. I want you to say no to the non-important things so you can focus on yourself. Just remember, when you say no, you're saying no to the non-important things, but you're saying yes to something meaningful. So many men waste time stressing over things they can't control. You can't change the past, you can't control what people do, and you definitely can't control every little aspect of your life. So you should start focusing on the things you can control rather than the things you can't. The next thing you have to do is start consuming with intent. The best investment you can make as a man is investing in yourself. That's by consuming books, but also courses that will help you to get better, but also level up. I was someone who hated reading. You give me a book, I would probably read a sentence and fall asleep. But audibles have changed my life. I wish I discovered the power of books sooner. Some of the books I've read have shown me what is truly possible. Now, if you want one book to start with to help improve your mindset, help improve your finances, but also help improve your life, I'd recommend you reading the book Think Rich and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Do you ever wonder where the time has gone? You probably say to yourself, you don't have the time to work on yourself. But let me tell you this, we as humans, we are professional time wasters. So if you're struggling to find time to work on yourself, I want you to start recording your day. I want you to get a little diary like this. Every 30 minutes, I want you to write down what you're doing. Then after a week, I want you to take the time to review that diary. You will be amazed how much time you're actually wasting on non-important tasks. So if you're one of those people out there who's saying, I don't have the time to work on myself, buy a little diary like this. Every 30 minutes, write down what you're doing and you will realize how much free time you have to work on yourself. Now, some people become so obsessed but also so focused on becoming successful, they end up ignoring their health. What's the point of being rich if you're sick or even dead to enjoy it? So create daily routines but also daily habits that allow you to focus on your physical but also your mental health. That could be walking for 1 hour in the morning, journaling, spending some time meditating, watching what you eat, going bed early, getting enough sleep so you have the ability to work on yourself but also enjoy all the things that life has to offer. Taking time to focus on yourself isn't selfish, but it's essential if you want to achieve your dreams and your goals. Now, if setbacks and failures are holding you back, you might find this video helpful.